What's up? Welcome back, and today I'll be doing another Avengers Ultimate Character Guide stream. This time I'll be doing the R section of it. This book here. First one of 2026. Pretty cool. We start here with Radioactive Man. When the Chinese government decided to create their own superheroes, Dr. Cheng Liu exposed himself to nuclear radiation to gain superpowers. He became the Radioactive Man and was sent to the USA to prove China's superiority by beating American heroes. There, he joined the Masters of Evil and fought the Avengers several times. Chen has recently returned to China to be part of the People's Defense Force, China's own superhero team. Pretty cool. He joined the Masters of Evil. Maybe someday they'll do the Defense Force in like Marvel, like the MCU. Kind of like right now. Right now they're setting up the West Coast Avengers with like Shang-Chi. They've had Hawkeye, like basically setting it up. Clint Barton, Vision, Wonder Man now. Maybe Shang-Chi will be in Wonder Man. That would be pretty cool. Since it's directed by Dustin Daniel Cretton, maybe Shang-Chi will be in Wonder Man. Since Trevor Slattery is the connection between both. And maybe also someday they'll do a Masters of Evil movie with like Daniel Bruhl back as Zemo, and they'll bring in the other members of the Masters of Evil, like Enchantress. They can introduce her in like Thor 6. The MCU has a lot of ways that it could expand. And the next is Rage. Elvin Halliday was only 12 years old when he jumped into Newtown Creek to escape racist thugs. The chemicals in the river made his body grow into that of a super strong adult, and his grandmother urged him to use his newfound powers for good. Taking on the name Rage, Elvin fought alongside the Avengers, becoming a member until Captain America learned his real age, and asked him to leave the team. The next is Ravonna Renslayer. Renslayer from Loki. That's cool. Wonder if she'll be used when they bring Kang back, when they properly do Kang, like a time travel version of Kang in a future Fantastic Four movie. I wonder if they'll do Ravonna. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Who knows? Maybe Renslayer will be in Secret Wars. If they have Kang back in Doomsday, to have even if it's just have Doctor Doom wipe out the Council of Kangs, and then like Secret Wars, we like see Renslayer again. That'd be pretty cool. Like Renslayer and Kang again. Like Prime Kang, like from Quantumania. And then next is Ravonna Renslayer. Ravonna is a time-traveling princess from the 40th century. She first opposed Kang the Conqueror, but then fell in love with him, only to fall into a coma after being shot, saving his life. The Grand Master restored her to health and told her that Kang could have helped her, but chose not to. She swore vengeance on Kang, taking the name Terminatrix and attacking his empire across time. The Avengers have often been caught up in her plans. And the next is Red Guardian. Alexei Shostakov was the first of several heroes to take on the role of the Red Guardian. The Red Guardian. He was a highly trained athlete and martial arts expert, and fought the Avengers alongside the Chinese agent Colonel Ling. Shostakov apparently died saving the life of his wife, Black Widow, when Ling tried to shoot her because she had betrayed communism. However, he returned later to try to take her back to Russia on charges of treason. He was stopped by the widow's Avengers allies. And the next is Red Hulk. For years, General Thunderbolt Ross of the U.S. Air Force hunted the Hulk, only to become one himself. Ross was transformed into the Red Hulk by MODOK. Pretty cool. And for a while, appeared to be a villain in time. Thunderbolt Ross turned on MODOK and the villain's allies in the intelligentsia, fighting against them alongside the Hulk. Red Hulk went on to become a member of the Avengers and later formed his own team of hard-hitting heroes named the Thunderbolts. Yeah, like Red Hulk, I loved him, and I loved Red Hulk in Captain America: Brave New World. Like, that fight was so cool. And also Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was a great movie. Loved it. Even though it wasn't made by Thunderbolt Ross, it was still pretty cool with the Thunderbolts. Yeah. And the next is Red Skull. The Red Skull was Adolf Hitler's right-hand man and Captain America's archenemy. He was accidentally put in suspended animation near the end of World War II, but was later revived and continued his plans for world domination. World War II is my favorite era, so Red Skull is a pretty cool character. At one point, the Red Skull infiltrated the U.S. government, unleashing a plague so he could take over the country. Fortunately, the Avengers stopped him. And the next is Red Wolf. William Taltrees is the latest Native American to take on the name Red Wolf. When William's father was killed by corrupt businessman Cornelius Van Lund, the Cheyenne and Oweya Data gave William superpowers to help him get revenge. He finally brought Lund to justice in New York, helped by the Avengers. Red Wolf has since fought alongside the team. And the next is Reptile. Reptile, like, he was pretty cool in Superhero Squad. Superhero Squad is a great show. Yeah. Humberto Lopez found an ancient amulet that gave him the ability to transform any part of his body into that of a dinosaur. Of course, in Superhero Squad, it's an infinity fractal, which those play a big role in Superhero Squad. The amulet later became embedded in his body. He joined the Avengers initiative, but was kidnapped by Norman Osborn. After Osborn's downfall, Lopez trained at Avengers Academy. Maybe they'll do an Avengers Academy animated show someday. We'll introduce Reptile into the MCU. Yeah. He was taken by Arcade and made to fight other teams. He disappeared after carrying a soon-to-explode hazmat a safe distance from his friends. So he sacrificed himself. Okay. Yeah. And the next is Rick Jones. Rick Jones was just a teenager when he wandered onto a nuclear test site seconds before a gamma bomb was due to explode. His life was saved by Bruce Banner, who became the Hulk as a result of his act of heroism. Rick felt obliged to help the monster and became a loyal friend to both Bruce and the Hulk. Rick has gained superpowers himself, becoming the Hulk-like superhero A-Bomb. I mean, A-Bomb, yeah, Hulk and the Agents of Smash is a great animated show. I love that. I used to watch that a lot back in the day. been a while since I've watched it though. It's a pretty cool show though. Yeah. And the next is Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon is the most trigger-happy member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He comes from the planet Half World, where animals were genetically altered by robots to take care of the mentally disturbed. Rocket Raccoon escaped the planet and became an adventurer. Arrested by the Kree, he was given the choice of remaining in jail or joining a squad of criminals to attack the alien race, the Phalanx. The squad became the Guardians of the Galaxy. And then lastly, we have Ronan. Pretty cool. Rocket and Ronan. Two Guardians of the Galaxy characters back to back. Pretty cool. Yeah, Ronan. Ronan was the supreme public accuser of the Kree. When the Fantastic Four destroyed the Kree Century, he traveled to Earth to punish them. I didn't know Ronan was connected to the Fantastic Four, only to be defeated. Returning home in shame, he attempted to take the Empire, but was defeated by Rick Jones when the Avengers became involved in the Kree Skrull War. Following the events of the Annihilation Wave, Ronan became ruler of the Kree. He recreated the Supreme Intelligence to take his place. Pretty cool. I wonder, in the MCU reboot, like after Secret Wars, when the MCU reboots, and I hope they bring Ronan back to like make him be like he can fight the Fantastic Four. He can be part of the Kree Skrull War. We can maybe get a season 2 to Secret Invasion to set up have more of Gaia and Fallsworth, and it can be like a more like detective based show, which can be pretty cool, where they're like hunting down Skrulls, and then we can get like maybe eventually a Secret Invasion movie. That would be pretty cool. Like a 2-part event. We can get like an Avengers Secret Invasion movie, and then after that we can get an Avengers Secret Invasion movie, and then an Avengers Dark Reign movie, which would be pretty cool. Which can be like Norman Osborn becoming president, taking over after the fear of the Skrulls. That would be pretty cool, like a 2-part Avengers movie. Like the first one is like a big, like Infinity War type movie where they like go to space and fight the Skrulls, and like even on Earth. And then Avengers Dark Reign can kind of be like Captain America Civil War, where it's like the Avengers are like, where it's like the Avengers are like outlawed by the US, where like it's like Norman Osborn creating like the Dark Avengers. Basically, we can get the Dark Avengers in the MCU reboot. I mean, of course, Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is probably going to create his own multiversal Dark Avengers, but I'm talking about the MCU reboot. We can get Norman Osborn creating the Dark Avengers. Like, we could get Sentry joining him. That would be pretty cool, yeah. Like, maybe the government controlling Sentry. We can get Val. She can, like, take part in it. I mean, I could see her taking a big part in it, yeah. Before that, we have Avengers Doomsday, which later this year, which is going to be so cool. I can't believe we are in the year of the next Avengers movie. Avengers Doomsday is probably going to be the best Avengers movie ever. And then Avengers Secret Wars is probably going to top that. Yeah. And I've got so many theory videos about Avengers Doomsday, and then next year, Avengers Secret Wars. Yeah. Maybe we'll get Josh Brolin in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And Avengers Doomsday as maybe we'll get him as King Thanos. That would be pretty cool. Josh Brolin back. Yeah. As King Thanos. Yeah. He can play King Thanos. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. And then in Avengers Secret Wars again. Like, Avengers Secret Wars is going to be a celebration of everything Marvel. Maybe even Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. Yeah. And then Genosha in Avengers Doomsday. That's going to be crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of content coming out before Avengers Doomsday. Yeah. But right now I'll do my closing and say bye. Make sure to like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Bye.